Welcome to the weekly webcast from the team at Motoring Middle East in association with Talkabout Media. Here's our roundup of the latest from the world of motoring.
Now, this week was a big moment for us here at MME. We finally got our hands on the mighty Ford Raptor. If you're wondering what that is, basically Ford starts with a regular F-150 pickup and then blasts it with gamma radiation to create the incredible hulk of off-road trucks. I'm not really exaggerating here, am I? The Raptor has custom Fox Racing suspension, the biggest motor the company makes, and widened bodywork, which is actually 2 feet wider than a Land Cruiser, and that's pretty big. In fact, it's such a big car that it doesn't fit in most small car parks. But you're lucky there's plenty of room off-road, and that's what the Raptor is king and basically designed for. It can climb the biggest dunes easily, and is capable of traveling at speeds on sand of up to 160 kilometers per hour. You may not want to drive one every day, but if you're serious about the desert, this is the very best money can buy.
And I've been thrashing around in something pretty awesome too. It's the new Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. Now, for you number junkies, let me just throw a few figures at you. 6.2 litres of supercharged V8 muscle putting out 580 horsepower and 556 pounds-foot of torque. All of that going through the rear wheels. And when you can hook all of that up, which is easier said than done, it'll go from 0 to 100 in 3.9 seconds, and all of that can be yours for 245,000 dirhams.
Very well priced, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, even if you might think that's a lot, let me just put it into perspective for you. That's about the price of a Range Rover Evoque, which comes with a weedy little 2-litre 4-cylinder engine. The ZL1 is absolutely mental. Even with the traction systems fully on, I could get wheel spin in first and second gear. I absolutely love this car.
Yeah, I can totally see you driving that. And now, a question. What do you get when you cross a sensible small family crossover with the twin-turbo V6 engine from a supercar?
I think you're about to tell us.
Yes, I am. You get the utterly bonkers Nissan Juke R, the first production car which rolled off the assembly line this week. Now, if you're in the UAE, give yourself a pat on the back, because you're actually responsible for the existence of this car. The concept was first revealed here in January, and the response was so enthusiastic that Nissan had no choice but to put it into limited production. The only difference is it's now even faster, with 545 brake horsepower, which will mean that the Juke R will get to 100 km per hour in just 3 seconds. Oh wait, what's that sound? It's the sound of a Camaro ZL1 being left way behind.
Sorry. How much does this thing cost?
1.9 million dirhams.
You must be joking.
Oh, it's horrible.
Sorry, I had to get that in. But seriously though, you can have your Juke R. I'll be soaking out the awesomeness of the ZL1 thinking only one thing. You've paid 8 times the money of my car. In fact, you've paid 4 times the money of the amazing Nissan GT-R, the car that the Juke R is actually based on.
Yeah, to be honest, the Juke R makes no sense, and I don't think you'll ever see any on the roads, but you know, it's an oddity.
Anyway, you might think that I just love big, powerful cars.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do actually, yeah. But having said that, the second biggest laugh I've had all week is in something that was the complete opposite, a gorgeous little Fiat 500 convertible.
Should I be worried about you, Shahzad?
Possibly. It's got a buzzy little engine, semi-automatic style gearbox, and with the weather now cooling, you could put the canvas roof all the way back, and it's an absolute hoot to drive. It's always fun to drive a small car around town. You can drive them on the limit and actually be going very, very quick at all. With a wheel at each corner, the handling is great, and just look at her. She's a classic petite Italian that gets very excitable and likes to take her top off. How could you not fall in love?
Steady on, old man. I'm slightly worried now. In more serious news, there is a big change coming on the horizon that could one day affect how we all drive our cars. Nissan is planning to sell cars with steer-by-wire technology within the next year.
Hang on, does that mean what I think it means?
Yes, it does probably. All modern cars use a combination of hydraulic and mechanical links between the steering wheel and the actual wheels of the car. But in Nissans of tomorrow, none of these complex and heavy systems will exist. Instead, when you turn a steering wheel, an electronic signal is sent to the front wheels, telling them to change direction. Nissan claims this technology saves weight, is simpler to build, and provides better fuel economy.
Whoa. So what happens if you get a flat battery? You can't steer the car?
That, and I think quite a few other problems. There is a backup hydraulic system in place, but in reality this is still very, very new. And it's still also a step on the road to driverless cars, which is coming closer than we all think.
Anyway, another car loaded with new tech is the new Range Rover, and not just electronics, but using clever construction and lots of aluminium bits. It weighs a whole 400 kilograms lighter than the old car.
That's like a whole aerial atom lighter than the old car.
It is actually, it's very impressive. The styling is quite different too, and some have mockingly compared it to a Ford Explorer, although I think the Ford Explorer is quite a handsome car.
You would.
So, but I went along to the local unveiling so that I could basically check it out for myself.
Oh, go on then, what does it look like?
I have no idea. It was dark, there were fireworks, and when the car was finally unveiled, there was like 1 million people just engulfed the car all at once. I couldn't get anywhere near it. But I'm going to be driving it soon, and I'll let you know what I think after that.
I'm looking forward to that review. Dubai is fond of having the biggest things in the world, and if you doubt that statement, just look up anytime you're on Umar Boulevard. And now there's one more to add to
You can
this.
see it from here, actually.
You probably can. Al Habdul Motors has just built the biggest Bentley workshop in the world. With 190 vehicle bays and 250 customer spaces, it's also capable of servicing 40 cars simultaneously, which would probably give Toyota or Nissan a good run for their money. And if you don't have a Bentley, well, you can pick one up at the 12-car showroom attached next door, which again is bigger than the actual Bentley showrooms in Dubai.
Another neat thing about that facility is that they'll do restoration jobs on old Bentleys, so I'm looking forward to seeing some classic metal coming out there too. You know, I'm not particularly into motorbikes,
I wonder why.
but they do occasionally catch my eye, and these certainly did. They're formed entirely out of the human bodies of yoga types and contortionists, and then painted up to look like 3 different bikes. It's really quite impressive actually, and you could certainly claim these bikes feel alive between your legs.
Okay, can you see yourself doing this anytime soon?
Please spare the world, but you probably wouldn't mind riding pillion, I'm guessing.
Sign me right up. So you can check out the full behind the scenes video for yourself on our Facebook page, which is of course facebook.com/motoringmiddleeast.
More on any of these stories, check out our website www.motoringme.com and do let us have your feedback. We'd love to hear from you.